Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, back again with Josh from Radian. Josh, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And today we're going to be looking at some accessories for the Sig P365 from Radian. So let's jump right into it, Josh. Let's talk about the Ramjet Afterburner.
Yeah, so that's been an extremely popular product for us for the Glock 19 and now the G17 Gen 5. So that'll be coming out mid to late July for the 365 for the 3.1 length slides. So you can take a standard 365 and put the barrel and comp on it and that configuration there. With our ransom rest testing, we're getting 42.5% recoil reduction.
42.5% recoil reduction. And on a handgun this size, that's very noticeable.
Yeah,
Man.
It's pretty phenomenal. So we were actually able to make the comp a little longer. And the reason for that is than the G19. So the G19, our goal is to have it fit in a G17 holster, and the difference in length between a G17 and a G19 is half an inch. So we need to stay within that design constraint. On the SIGs though, the next length up from the 3.1 is a 3.7 inch. And so we have 600 thousandths to work with. So we were able to make the port even larger.
Okay.
It's actually 400 thousandths, where the Glock 19 port was 300. So we're getting a lot more gas directed up. And with the lighter slide, it's not slowing it down as much. So we're able to get away with that and still have 100% reliability with 115 grain ammo with the stock spring. So
Awesome.
now, occasionally there'll be a shooter that'll have one type of ammo out of maybe 8 or 10 types of 115 grain ammo that might not cycle, but it's a very high percentage of ammo, and if you got a solid grip, it runs great with everything.
Perfect. Yeah. So talking about carry ammo, most carry ammo runs.
Carry ammo is
anyway,
way
so-
hotter, and so
Yeah.
our goal though is to make it to where you could run, ammo to run at the range of practice. You can run hot ammo, whatever you want.
Yep. Whatever ammo you want. Sweet.
Yeah.
So looking at this 365X, right? What about let's talk about the XL. What about the XL guys out there?
The XL will be a product that we do launch as well. That'll probably be, I'm not sure, 3 to 6 months out, depending on if we can keep up with demand on this product to start with. Took us quite a while to catch up with demand on the 19, and we've added capacity. We've bought actually several $1 million worth of equipment over the past year to do a lot more barrels and comps. So as soon as we get this demand under control, we'll go to the 3.7. So
Yeah. So I know there's going to be some guys out there in the comment section, right? They're going to be yelling, "It's a 9mm. You don't need recoil reduction." But more rounds on target, faster, is always better.
Yep.
There's no situation where that's a bad thing.
Yeah, lowering recoil just helps you. So
awesome. So and I picked this gun up, right? And it felt really good in my hand, and I was like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, so this is a totally different build that you can do with the 3.1 inch slide. So you can actually take a standard 365, the gun that Sig started with in the 365 lineup, or a 365X that has a 3.1 inch slide. You can remove that from the frame and then build out a unique build with an X macro frame. So we'll take the guide rod out. This will show you how easy it is to install the Ramjet and Afterburner. The Ramjet barrel drops in. Put the guide rod on, and then we'll throw that onto an X macro frame. And you can see there's a gap there, but we can fill that in with the Afterburner comp.
Awesome.
Just slide that on, drop your taper screw in for our patented interlock interface. So this tapered screw aligns the compensator, and you torque it down about 15 inch-pounds, and it taper locks onto the barrel. Never comes loose. No need for Loctite. You can easily remove it. Now we've got an X macro frame with a 3.1 inch slide and an afterburner filling up the gap. So that's not all though. We also have a backstrap and magwell.
Yes, so
you can see there.
Notice that as well whenever I put it in the hand. And it feels noticeably different than the standard. It's a deep cut. It's aggressive, but it's not too aggressive. It feels good in the hand. Like a lot of other ones, when I say aggressive, it's like you almost need to wear gloves to handle, but not this one. And looking at it, it's not just as with anything with Radian, right? It's not just a insert product name here. There's a lot going on. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so here's the backstrap magwell sitting here on the table, and we'll go ahead and show you how to install it and kind of how that interface works.
Yeah,
so there's a dovetail between the backstrap and the magwell and a plunger system. We'll show you how all that goes together. So we'll take a punch and just push out the pin that's on the stock backstrap. Push the backstrap off.
Yep.
And then our backstrap has a T-slot interface, and we actually have an angle in there to where it goes on to where there's about an 1/8 inch gap, and then it starts getting really snug. So you just seat that by pushing down on the bench. That's locked on really tight. In fact, it's difficult to get off. And then you take your magwell and it interfaces the groove that's on the stock X macro frame.
Okay.
Sits up onto here. And then you take the plunger and spring that's assembled together, so it's less likely you lose it, either of them. And you set that into the frame right there. And then you push down on this plunger.
And it looks like the top of that plunger was dimpled, right? So you don't launch it into outer space.
Yeah, so your tool kind of captures onto the end of it.
Nice.
Push that on, seat it again. Yep. And that plunger drops in with a tapered tip. It actually drives the magwell to the rear. So the magwell can get tighter if it's ever pushed this way or hit that way, but it can never get looser. So it's an extremely solid fit. There's no play whatsoever. And that system is securely locked on, and that's patent pending.
Awesome.
As well.
Awesome. So yeah, that one's, it looks cool. What's it made of? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so this is machined aluminum, both the backstrap and magwell, and hard anodized. The plunger's 17.4 stainless.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it with that, I'm noticing we have a different base plate here.
Yeah, so these base plates are nice in that they're easy to grab, get a hold of if you wanted to. There's a little gap to get your finger in.
Yep.
If you ever had a stuck mag, they fit nice with the lines. But beyond that, we actually designed them to be set a little bit lower and provide just a tiny bit more space in the magazine. So on X macro mags, on these 17 rounders, you know, Sig did a great job being able to fit that many rounds in that space, which is pretty amazing. But some mags, you can't quite get that 17th round in. I mean, even a big guy like me, I'm pushing on it, it just won't quite fit. So we created enough room to always get that 17th round in and have that full capacity.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. So again, we said this already before with Radian products, it's not just a base plate, but there's some actual like functionality and quality of life upgrades to it. So yeah, being able to get that's a good shelf right there to get some purchase on. So
yeah,
whatever malfunction you have, if you need to rip that mag out, it's not falling freely, you're in a high stress situation, no problem to just rip that thing out of there, which is great. And of course comes in black anodizing, but rumor on the street is that there's another option.
Yeah, so we recently launched a bronze PVD for the barrel for the G19, and that was incredibly successful. People just absolutely loved it. So we'd already been working behind the scenes on the 365. We've got hard anodized bronze dialed in perfectly, so it's true hard anodized. Very very durable, and it actually matches almost perfectly the PVD that we've come up with for the bronze on the barrel. So you can actually build out this beautiful gun here as well. So, and with our ramjet, it actually extends through the comp unlike most. So it's pretty cool. You see that bronze poking through the comp as well. So
yeah, again, like peak aesthetics there.
yeah.
So Sig, they did the Rose series where it has that rose gold, but they did that with Lena Mikulek, and that gun. So very disappointing for me as a dude, you know, because that gun was geared more towards the ladies, and I thought it was a really attractive gun, but it's like, can I carry that gun, you know? But this one, it's totally okay, and it's you still get those peak aesthetic. I'm doing the
This got the more matte finish, so it's more tactical. You know, it's not the high polish.
I like the way you put that there. It makes
looks
me
cool,
feel even
but
better about it, yeah, that's awesome.
Not all shiny and blingy.
Right. It's adding that extra something without overdoing it. You know? So no, that's great. All right, so it's extremely refreshing to be able to sit down with the founder of a company, and he can actually like dig into the weeds of everything. Right. I'm sure you guys appreciate that. So Josh, I want to thank you again for coming out. And if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you're watching this on YouTube, post them down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching this on the website, need help with anything, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. And as always, you can call Radian also. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.